I'm pretty sure you're excited after not making the tournament the past 2 years, but you kind of gave us the Kawhi Leonard. You showed no emotion when it came down.
Well, I mean, it doesn't. First of all, I don't know really anything about any of these teams. We're familiar with our conference, but outside of that, when you're talking about SEC or other conferences, don't know a whole lot about it. But in our mind, it's wherever we go. We knew that come last night. We knew we weren't hosting, so we have to accept wherever we go, and we got to be ready to play. My biggest concern is our team and our players, not who we're playing. We'll start to get all the matchups and who's throwing against us and their offenses and kind of see, do we match up well against them? We don't know that yet, but we'll see. But at the end of the day, I mean, you made the comment, we're in the regionals. We knew when we sat down this year, we weren't worried about, being in a regional, but we're not I don't aspire to be a bubble program either. And this year we were on the bubble of being a host. And that's not where I see our program moving in the future. I don't want to worry about where we're going. I would expect us to be playing here on a consistent basis like we used to back in the day. And that's certainly a goal of mine. But it's certainly got to be positive from where we were last year to where we're at right now. Everybody's 0-0, no doubt. Playing on the road is going to be tougher. But, when you get to Omaha, they don't go, well, where'd they have to go through to get there? If you win a championship, they don't look at the ring and say, well, you had to play on the road and do this, that, and the other. They just got to play good baseball from here on out.
Gino, after the North Carolina game on Friday night, you thought that this team would be hosting. What do you think's changed since then?
No, I didn't. I said, I don't know if we're going to host. I thought that it was probably going to be up in the air. Felt like if we won the first 2 games, I felt pretty confident we were going to host. That's how crazy that is. But you can't look at just the North Carolina game. I know that's what you're looking at, but I look at all kinds of different games that we had leads late that we gave away, whether it was FSU on Sunday, NC State on Sunday, Wake Forest on that Monday night game. Of course, up 5-0, and the game against North Carolina, up 6-0 against Louisville. A lot of games that we let slip away, but again, we got to learn. These guys know it. We told them, you got to learn from this. You can't let those things happen because now you get yourself in this position you are in a bubble. But now, Josh, after the game, I told the guys, I'm not sure now. So we just got to sit, wait, and see, and accept the consequences. And so that's okay. It's going to be a great experience playing Mississippi State. I've never been there, but I know back in the legendary Ron Polk is a Miami Hurricane, by the way. He coached for Ron Frazier here. So there's some ties there, believe it or not. And I remember just growing up as a kid, all the great teams and players they had at Mississippi State. And of course, we know they're good there. And so it'll be a great experience for our guys.
You still have it. If you get through the regional, and then I guess you're matched up against Stanford, which that's tough to have to travel to California. If you did, but if you don't, you could host here still, right?
There's still that outside chance. I don't know all the formulas for it. I know we're a 2 seed. I would assume we're a 2 seed, even though I don't think it said that there, but we are. And so I guess if Stanford got upset, and now you have to look at if it was a 2 seed. I'm not sure how that works. Dave probably can tell you, but we can't look ahead to that. That'd be gravy and a bonus if we were able to come back here and do that in Super Regional. But our first thing we're looking at is Central Michigan. Absolutely know nothing about Central Michigan, but we're already starting to look at their stats and their pitchers and who's righty and lefty and things like that. So.
Do you know any surprise that you're matched up in a regional that's
a top 8 seed?
Yeah.
A little bit. You would think we're just outside the top 16 since we were on the bubble. So you would think we were playing one of the teams between 9 and 16. You would think. So you'd have to ask the committee that one. That's another interesting one, but I'll leave that up to everybody else to figure out. That doesn't make sense to me if you're just outside the top 16, which we are, that we're facing a top 8 region, where like a team like Duke, I believe, which finished well below us in our conference, they're going and playing at West Virginia, I believe, which is not a top 8 team. I kind of thought that's where we were probably going. I was surprised to see that they went there, but it is what it is.
Gino, I know you're just now going through the numbers, like you said, but how soon would you like to have a starting rotation and tell the guys who it'll be?
Well, you need to know from a bullpen standpoint when these guys are throwing their pens and things like that. So hopefully by sometime tomorrow, late in the day, we'll probably have an idea of what's going on because, that's Tuesday and you're talking about Friday. So, yeah, I would say sometime tomorrow, hopefully.
And McMahon and McKendry, I know they've had their 2 outings.
Yeah.
Are they full go now? Are you still going to pump?
No, but remember, McKendry was at his second outing. Okay, against North Carolina. So his pitch count was, we got him out in 50-something. He threw a few more in the pen to get close to his pitch count. I'm not sure where he'll be, but it'll probably be in the 80 to 100 range, 80 maybe to 100, somewhere in there. Chris didn't pitch his 3rd time out, but he did throw a pen yesterday and got his pitches in. So those are long extended pens, so he can almost like his third start. So hopefully he'll be close to fullback. 100 pitches is basically fullback for us. We're not keeping guys in the game much longer than 100 pitches. So hopefully get them closer. And so Freddie certainly played very well, and he looks to be back in full health, which is great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to, if we get all these guys back right at this right time, that we can kind of make a good run at this.
Do you know how you've been with this program so many years? So you went through the down times recently. Yeah. How just gratifying is it to just get to hear your name again? Miami.
It is. I mean, you made the comment. That didn't show any emotion. I mean, again, for y'all to understand, I mean, the goal here is to win a national championship. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself because of where we've been the last few years. The reality is we weren't very good the last couple of years. But I can't stress enough how many times from the beginning, the first day in August, we're talking about winning a national championship. That's what I grew up on in this program, watching it, and of course playing in it and coaching for it for so long. And I don't want to wait. I'm not very patient. I don't think a lot of people here are with our program either, fans, players, everybody included. So we want to get there now. And so, it's still kind of, all right, this is a step in the direction. Yes, we're happy we're in the regionals, absolutely. But you know what? For so many years, this is just a foregone conclusion. We're thinking about finding a way to win a championship, and that's what I want our players to think about.
The last 4 times you guys have been on the road in a regional, you guys haven't came out of it, and you've been there for that. Or maybe some of them, but what are the challenges of going on the road? What are the difficulties of doing
Well,
that?
I haven't been at some of them you're mentioning, because the ones I've been at, we've won. In 06, we went to Mississippi, and we won there and moved on. I played on a team that went to Gainesville, and we went on to go to the World Series. I know the team J.D. Koa played on, I wasn't coaching that year, went to Texas. These are not easy places to play, and went on to win. I think we went to Nebraska one year and went on to win. So I've been a part of a lot of places we've gone on the road and actually gone to Omaha. So again, I told the players from the beginning, look, if we don't, I've been telling them, we want to host, we'd like to host. It's a great experience playing in front of our fans. It's great for our fans, certainly gives you an advantage. But this program has won on the road before, and that's something that we're not going to shy away from. So it's okay. That's fine. I've been a part of both sides.
Anything else for Gino?
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are moving